action. Here we go. Wow, that was all kinds of fun. So, that nice warm sun that I was talking about that I kept filling up my heart center with was burning up my camera. It overheated and it shut off. So hopefully you guys, if you're still following along and you're doing the yoga with me, you won't have much of a pause. It'll just be one video to the next. But for us, it's been a whole day. Now before we begin, I would like to introduce Nick, my son who's 10.
Hi.
And Matt, who's 8.
Nick's almost 11 and I'm almost 9.
And I'm going to try to get these guys to do a little bit more yoga with me because I think that I'll feel a little bit more comfortable if I have actual humans to talk to and not just imaginary friends through the computer. But I don't want to pause too long. Hopefully you were still in your wide leg forward fold. We had finished off the left. Boys, go ahead and follow along. You guys are going to do great. Just follow along with me. We've got a wide leg forward fold.
Oh yeah.
If I need to scoop my butt up, I can to make room for you guys. We've nice and lifted, and the last thing we were doing was over to the right leg. We were pointing the chest down. We had just finished off with our side bend, chest down, and then go ahead and walk it up because they've been holding it a lot longer than we have. Okay, let's take, you know what, let's do, go ahead, and this is gonna be a nice transition. Trying to get my groove back here. Take those feet together, lift up the chest. Right leg will come and we're gonna tuck it in and then gently start to twist over to the right side. How deep you take this is however it feels comfortable for you. So take your time. Maybe you just wanna start with a gentle hug. You can always work the elbow to the outside of the knee. You can add in a neck stretch by looking to the back of the mat. We'll take a couple breaths here. As you rotate over, if you find yourself slumping, just lift the chest, pull the shoulders back, and readjust as you need to. Go ahead, we'll slowly make our way back to center. Take those legs out nice and long, reach up to the ceiling. Lead with the heart as you come down into forward fold. Pull those shoulders back, away from the ears. You can even let the head drop down, let it grow heavy here. Boys, today we're doing a restorative pose, so it's gonna be really long holding, a lot slower than we normally go. Not too crazy, okay? Rolling up to the top. Go ahead, take the left leg with you. Beautiful. Sit up nice and tall and then gently rotate over. Our straight leg should have a flex in the foot, so those toes are pointing back towards the body. This will help to ground and even out the hips to create that secure base at the bottom as we come into our twist. Slowly back to center. This time we'll just take the legs underneath into our tabletop position. Spreading those fingers nice and wide. Press into the first finger and the thumb. And then tuck those toes into our down dog. Who's ready? Who's ready to do this? Sit bones up nice and high. Press that mat away. Reaching the heels towards the mat. But if they don't come all the way down, that's okay, right? What are some things that we can do if our heels aren't reaching or if it's too uncomfortable? You could walk the feet and maybe a little bit closer to the hands. Then get the sit bones up a little bit higher. And then work the heels down. You can also come back to like a neutral, too close. Soften into the knees. Because what are we always working on? We're always working to get the sit bones up. To flatten out the back, right? It's not about the legs. It's about the back. Keeping that nice and secure and safe. Toes point forward. You got to keep them lined up. There you go. Beautiful. And then this time we're just gonna gently walk the hands towards the feet and find yourself in a forward fold, maybe grabbing a hold of the forearms, putting a nice deep bend in the knees, belly rest on the thighs. That always feels good, toes forward. And just let it hang out. Let your head grow heavy, the arms are a weight. Over time, if you want to start to straighten out the legs, go right ahead. We're going to release our hands down, hands come to the shin, face looks up. Now we're hands on our shin for support, or maybe even out on the fingertips. Working to lengthen and strengthen the spine. Forward fold, bow it out. A moment of gratitude here. And then we'll soften the knees. Reach the arms straight up overhead all the way. And then hands to heart. Beautiful. Alright, meet me up at the top of the mat. We're going to come through some low lunges here. I love low lunges. They're beautiful heart openers. And we'll do hearts and hips here. So go ahead and set those big toes to touch. Heels slightly apart. And working to make space through each and every toe by spreading them open. Oh, arms are open. Nice receiving position here. Receiving all the light and the love. Just take a breath. Maybe give me a little smile. You guys are very serious. Yeah, maybe. No? Okay. Everyone gets kind of serious when they do yoga, right? You can have fun with it. We'll inhale up here. Ooh, big movement. Exhale, baby back bend. Open up the front of the body. And then we're going to take palms to forehead, to mouth, to heart. Making our way down, forward fold. Once you've come into forward fold, point those toes forward now. If your forward fold is too tight because of your growing legs, take your hands up to your shins, not on your knees. Shins, not on your knees. Remember, we never touch knees or ankles. We protect our joints. All right, find your half lift. Half lift is all about reaching from the crown of the head. It's all about the length of the spine. Forward fold. Press those palms. We're gonna step, let's see, we'll step the right leg back this time. Right leg comes back, we're in our low lunge. Do a quick double check. Did you stack the knee on top of the ankle in that left leg? Yes, you did. Perfect. Are we reaching from the right heel? If we are, we can press the right palm in and do a spinal twist here. Stack those shoulders, lift up to the ceiling. Face either looks up to the ceiling or down to the mat. Yogi's choice. And then we'll exhale, release the hand down. 2 palms down, feet come together. High plank. Go ahead and drop those knees. I want to come down with control here. So drop those knees. Core is still tight. Reach forward a little bit. Elbows graze the rib cage. How slow can you go? Take your time. Take your time. Use your control. And then we'll press through into our up dog. Opening the heart. Letting it shine out. Tuck those toes back into down dog. Sit bones are way up high in the air. Revisiting down dog, making it a little bit more your own each time we're here. So this time right leg comes forward, low lunge. Bringing the foot up towards the mat is a little bit harder than bringing it back. Hey, you guys both did wonderful here. Check the knee, stacked on top of the ankle. Press the left palm and then we'll open up to the right side. Stack the shoulders, rotation through the rib cage. And then exhale the top arm all the way down. Stepping our feet together, forward fold. Take a breath, take a moment, pause in each one. Half left, reach it up. Bow it out, release. Inhale up. Exhale to heart. Let's Let's keep moving and grooving. Armpits spiral forward. Take a big deep breath here. Find yourself rooted and grounded. This will help as we inhale, soften through those knees. Bring that energy upward and then back. Reach it back up to center. And then you can either swan dive or bring those hands right through the heart, right through the center line of the body. Half lift. Forward fold. Right leg back. This time we're going to drop the right knee. Now we set ourselves up for success already by checking the knee in line with the ankle the first time through, right? So this time we can add that nice hip flexor opener here, okay? Pressing in to the big toe, to all four corners of that front foot, we climb up. Oops. Now start to press down through the midline here, right? Ooh, I feel it right there in the right hip flexor. Do you feel it? As you're pressing downward through the pelvic bone. So we're not going through the knee, we're going through the pelvic bone. When you're ready, when you're feeling solid, go ahead and reach those arms up, sweep the ceiling, and pull back. Let's take a breath or two here. Nice little balance challenge, but also finding all that openness, front side of the body, beautiful heart opener, hip opener. Couple more breaths, settling in, and then we'll release the hands down. Let's find a quick counterbalance, counter pose here. Pull those hips back. We're into our half splits. Use the fingertips on either side of the leg for support. Very good, looking real good today, boys. Can you pull your hips back, Matt? Does that feel good or bad?
Bad.
Okay, where? Okay, maybe if you adjust, can you walk this hand in closer?
That hurts more.
That hurts more, so then I don't want you to do that. Keep the bend in your knee and stay right here, okay? Okay, hands on either side of the leg for support. And then we'll come back to our neutral position. We're gonna tuck the right toes under, lift up through the right leg, step the feet back together, and drop those knees. Knees, chest, chin, as you dive it out. And then open up to the heart. We're gonna do the same thing, other side. Tuck those toes into down dog. Walk those feet in a little bit closer if you need to. However you need to adjust to make sure that lower back is safe. Okay, perfect. A lot of upper body strength. You guys got it. Right leg forward. Then we drop the left knee this time. Same thing as last time. Take your time. Climb on up. Find the stability first. Make sure you're pressing into that big toe, to all four corners, the front foot. That will really help. And then you come down, tuck the tailbone, press forward. When you're ready, add the arms. Inhaling, sweeping, slow-mo here. Breathe it out. Is anybody feeling pinchiness in the back of the neck?
No.
Oh, good. If you are, you can always just look forward, a neutral gaze. If you want to bring those eyes up, that's beautiful too. Can we hold it for 2 more breaths? Just find the breath, release the pose. All right, hands back down to the mat. Remember either side of the front leg as you gently pull the hips back. How does this side feel? Go ahead, pull those hips back. Is that one okay? Are we having any issues? Let me know. We can always adjust and change it. Communication is key. Give me a breath or two here. Maybe even release the chest down a little bit more. Remember, we're really pulling the sit bones back. Pull the booty to the back of the room. Feeling good? Alright, I'm gonna start to shift the weight forward. Tuck the left toe, lift the left leg, and then step it up front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up to the top. Exhale the heart center. Let's do a couple standing poses. You guys are down for that? Alright, big toes to touch, heels are slightly apart, shoulders slide down the back, spiral the arms open. Take a big deep breath here in your Tadasana. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up. Press those palms together. Exhale over to the right side. We're getting a side stretch on the left. More important, it's not as how far you go to the side, but it's how much length and openness you find in the vertebrae before you come over to the side. And remember, yoga is not a competition. You guys will not be doing it as good as I do it. Ha ha. Oh my gosh, you guys, I thought you were gonna say something smart back. All right, bring it right up to the middle, and then exhale to the other side. Yeah, exhale over to the other side. I was just messing with you.
I know.
You know, but you still weren't gonna say nothing? Okay. You guys are being super good for the video.
We know you weren't messing with us because you'll never be able to do it better than
Oh, dang. Bring it back up to center. We're gonna dive it out right here. Hands come down to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, half lift. Release it out, forward fold. And let's step it right into our down dog. So I'm gonna take right leg back, left leg back, press through the palms, and then work the heels down towards the mat. Sit bones up. Now, this is really cool. We're gonna come into our yoga squat. It's Malasana pose. We're gonna come into it, and I just recently learned this a really fun way. So step the feet out about mat distance. Tuck those heels in.
What on that?
Hey, Maddie. All right, walk the hands towards the feet as you bend and pull those sit bones back, then drop back here. Yes, perfect. So you're walking back and then sitting down. Excellent.
Kind of like a spider except without the arms.
Yes. Yes, perfect. Okay, press those palms together, elbows out. You know who I learned how to get to this pose from? One of my new yoga instructors, Lester, at the Black Yoga magazine. He's pretty amazing, so that's good. Learning lots, growing. Because the way I would do it before was really hard on the knees, but climbing it into it this way, and then leading with the tailbone really helps. This is a beautiful posture. How are we feeling in it? If you want to take it deeper, because you guys might be a little bit more open, those elbows are going to press the knees apart. We've got our prayer hands, so that adds some tension right there in the middle too. A couple more breaths, because this is one we could sit in for a while. Beautiful. And then take those hands down, because you always want support first. And then bottom's gonna come up to the air as you walk it back into your down dog. So we're climbing out of it the same way we came in. Point those toes forward. And this time we're just gonna drop those knees down to the mat. Pull the sit bones back. Walk the hands forward into Balasana, child's pose. We definitely have to come into child's pose because there's some children around here.
Where?
No, whatever.
I think you mean a child.
Are you talking about me?
That's what Mama.
Mm. I could stay here all day long, but we're not going to. Go ahead and come forward through tabletop, and then just with those elbows graze the rib cage, drop all the way down. Now this pose, I don't know what its Sanskrit name is, but I heard it was called Action Man pose. All right, reach the left arm forward. We're going to start to lift through the right leg. So right leg comes up, and you could just settle in here. This feels so good. But if you want to start adding a little bit more to it, press through the right palm and then start to twist up onto the left side. You can either have that right leg forward or you can have it behind you if you want. How does it feel?
Good.
Good. Matt, how are you doing?
Good.
Exhaling, slowly come back wherever you were at, all the way through. We'll switch it out to the other side. So this time, right arm is forward, left hand tucks in, and then we start to bring the left knee up first. You go all the way forward. And you can start to add like a little kickstand as you press, or you can pull back and open up. Back to center, all the way through the way you came, all the way onto your belly. And let's do a little strength pose while we're laying here on our back. This one is my favorite little sequence. It's really good to work those back muscles, but working the back muscles helps with the core and helps with your inner stability here. So first we're going to take the legs out nice and long. Forehead comes to rest onto the mat, elbows are bent, okay? Very gently peel just the upper body off of the mat. We'll take right arm by the ear, left arm by the ear, maybe even pull back a little bit deeper, open up. A lot of work here, especially since we're only isolating upper body. Keep breathing, maybe lifting up a little higher as we hold. A lot of work, huh? Keep that breath. The breath will help you to find your center, especially in the hardest of poses, and then you can take those to daily challenges. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale all the way down to the bottom. Ooh, that's a good one. We isolated the top. Let's isolate the bottom. Drop the forehead. I'm not going to drop my forehead because you won't hear my voice. But keep your forehead planted straight down, elbows bent. And then the heels are going to squeeze together and then lift up into the air. So upper body stays down. Relax the upper body. Straight legs. Straight legs. Reach those heels up to the ceiling. No, check my lower body mat. Legs are straight. Upper body relaxes. Go ahead, relax the upper body. Straighten the legs and then just reach those heels up to the ceiling. Straighten the legs. Use your butt. Use your butt muscles. Ah. Maybe bring them up a little higher if you can. And then we'll release it all the way down. Relax it here. All right, we'll come into superhero pose first, and then we'll come into our locust pose second. So superhero, peel the upper body off. Right, left, squeeze the heels together, lift all the way up through the whole body. So the only thing that should be touching is the middle part of your body, your belly button. Are we doing good? We doing good?
No.
Come up a little higher, push it, work it. Find a challenge. No, I didn't say.
I
Exhale. But did you die?
Yeah.
All right, take a quick breath here because the next time we add on our last challenge, you guys are gonna love it because now we're gonna come into an animal pose, into a locust pose. So this time the arms are gonna be alongside the body, thumbs point towards the body. Reach from the crown of the head. Like imagine that you've got a thread or a rope pulling from the crown of your head forward, but you also have something wrapped around your legs and is pulling you back. So you're getting pulled in two different directions, right? Inhale, start to rise up through the chest, rise up through the legs, rise up through the arms, squeeze the heels, squeeze the thumbs together. Yes, yes, you can do it. Give it a shot. Oh, amazing. Totally super amazing. For reals. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale all the way down. Melt into the mat. Ah, you're doing so perfect. Let's pull the hips back. Counterbalance here. Stretch it out. Release the forehead down. A little bit of child's pose for you. Go ahead and settle in. Quick child's pose here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you two so much for being part of this video with me. It really helps me to have somebody to talk to. All right. This one's a tricky one. This one's a new one. So come on up. Press the palms in. The knees are stacked underneath the hips. We're going to take our right arm. We're going to reach it up to the right side. And then as you exhale, thread the right hand underneath.
Oh, I love this pose.
Do you? Have you ever done it with your butt up in the air like this though?
I don't think so.
No, normally we come into like an extended child's pose first with the legs.
Can we do that now?
Yes, if it feels more comfortable to open the knees and pull the hips back and then tuck the arm under, please do. Does that feel more comfortable? No. Okay, come up into your child's pose. Big toes to touch, spread the knees apart. Open the knees up. Now try threading that right arm under. There you go. Does that feel more comfortable or you like this one?
I like this one.
Two different ways, both perfectly acceptable, perfectly awesome. You guys are so cool. All right. To come out of this, press into the left palm. Press through the mat. You always want to have a little support here. We'll open back up to the right side and then release the right hand back down. So we're back into our tabletop or into our child's position. Whichever way you're starting from is perfect. Go ahead and take left hand, open it up, stack those shoulders. Great chest opener here. And then exhale, big movement. Thread it under. Drop the shoulder. I like this one. I feel the popping and the cracking and the opening of my back. This is a great spot to connect with the breath. Kind of quiet the mind. And then we'll press through the right palm, bring it back, roll it up. Move in with intentions this whole time. Go ahead and take the legs forward. Get a scooch down. And then you guys stay exactly the way you are, laying all the way back. But I'm gonna kind of come to a little bit of a side so that I can be still voicing to the camera here. Okay. You comfortable? You guys good? When you're ready, tuck the knees into the chest. Roll up like a little ball. You can rock gently side to side. And then, after you play around here with side to side motion, glue those knees together, and then we'll do little circles with the knees in the air. This gives all of our internal organs a little massage, helps aid in digestion. Go ahead, come up to the top, stop, and we'll reverse it to the other side. Back to center. This time we're going to roll all the way up. So tuck the chin into a ball. Peace fingers, the pointer finger and the middle finger, will wrap around the big toe. Start to bring the knees to the outside of the bicep. Release it down, coming into our happy baby pose. You can be steady and still here, or making your little movements, whatever you need. Go ahead and release the left foot down to the mat, and we'll straighten the right up to the ceiling. And then exhale, open up. Just let the right leg drop out to the side. Now, I have my hand on my foot, on my toe, my big toe. If your hand's sliding off the big toe, just grab hold of the whole foot. If you cannot reach up to the foot, your hand slides down the calf. It comes down to the inner thigh. Never feel stuck. Make it your own. Do you need more space? If you need more space, shift over towards my mat. And then we'll bring it right back to center. Give our knees another little hug here. Round it up, chin tucks in. Grab hold of the big toes here. Release into happy baby. The back is flat on the mat. You guys have great happy babies. And this time we'll work on the left side. So right leg comes down. You can start to straighten up towards the ceiling. Does this feel good? Do you want to adjust at all? You can always leave a bend in the knee. You don't have to lock it out here. Now you're ready for that release. We're gonna open up. I'm pressing my right foot firmly in so that I can keep my hips as even as possible. And I'm exhaling so that I can have the release with the breath and the body connection here as my leg just falls and sinks into the ground. One more breath. Hopefully you find your body starting to wind down, so that we can relax completely in Shavasana. Go ahead and bring the knee, the leg back in gently. And we'll set ourselves up. Remember, this is your practice always from start to finish, including Savasana. So do what feels the best for you. Listen to your body and see where it's taking you today. A few cues on how to get adjusted is to straighten out the legs, to open the feet, let them fall apart. This helps to open the hips. Hands alongside the body, thumbs pull away. This releases into the shoulders, and it's also a position of openness. But if you want to feel more grounded, hands, palms face down, or if you even want to really go inside and feel totally connected, you can have a hand to the heart and a hand to the solar plexus. wherever you're at is perfect for you, and that makes it perfect for me. So go ahead and relax, and I'm gonna guide you through a little bit of meditation, and as promised, I'll pull out the singing bowl, okay? So, hopefully you are in your relaxed position too. Whatever's most comfortable. If you needed to put a little blanket under the low back or a little pillow under the head, go ahead and do that. The goal is to stay awake and to really concentrate on the stillness and the quietness. But sometimes we get too comfortable, fall asleep, and I'm not going to hate on that at all. I think it's perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and take a collective big inhale through the nose. Fill up your belly with air, and then a long exhale. Breathing in through the nose. Fill up the belly. Breathing all the way down, down. Exhale, nice and slow. Do one more deep cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. And let your whole entire self sink into the mat. Very good. We're going to try to stay still for the entire time and relax too. Try to quiet the monkey mind for a moment. It might be buzzing from here to here, jumping everywhere. But just bring it right into this moment. And we'll do a little visual meditation here. This was taught to me by a young girl because we always learn a lot, even from the youth, especially from the youth, if you just take the time to listen. We're going to start off imagining a beautiful rainbow, but it's all in black and white. So you can set the scene. Maybe your rainbow is high up in the sky, or sky is gray, the clouds are white. If you look out through the horizon, maybe you've got some gray grass. But our entire picture is void of color. Especially that rainbow. You can see it's just huge. You can tell that it's going to be vivid. But right now, all you can see is the black and white. Now each time you breathe into a different color. We will start off with red. So breathe in and fill that whole space in your rainbow up with red. Next, we'll breathe in orange. Breathe that breath all the way into the body. Our rainbow has got two bright colors in it now. We can also feel that brightness lighting up inside of us. On your next inhale, we'll breathe in the color yellow. As the rainbow gets a little brighter. Breathe in the blue. Breathe in the indigo. Breathe in the violet. And now our rainbow is just bright and shiny. The colors are absolutely beautiful. I'd like you to take a moment, just focus in on those colors, really absorb them all the way into your body. And add a little salt. bell, we'll go ahead and start to come out of this meditation and bring our awareness back into the room. Begin by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingertips. Maybe bringing in one knee to the chest, and then bring in the other knee. Very good. Gently rock back and forth. You're in no rush. Take your time always. And when you're ready, if you want to meet, rolling to the right side, staying there for a moment. This is a great spot to maybe let your eyes gently open, and then you start to take in more senses and more light. And then you can come meet me in your cross-legged seat when you're ready. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end it right here. This little guy is gonna stay asleep. Thank you so much. Oh, we got one waking up. Are you awake?
I was never asleep.
Oh, really?
Maybe a little bit, but I wasn't fully.
Okay. All right. Can you guys give me a big inhale? Reach those arms out to your side. Inhale, bring the arms up, and then exhale all the way down. I have much gratitude and thankfulness for both of you who did just amazing jobs. Maddie, I think it's time for you to go take a nap though. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for doing some yoga with us. I'll see you next video.